Thank you very much. Can everybody hear me? The sound is all right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay. So many greetings from Germany, and I'm happy to see some of you again. I feel you put a very interesting question. And one part of my answer is we are not so bad to be the second most important medicine of the world. And we would like to become better. And that's always a good impulse. So perhaps for you, it could be interesting, how was the development in my country in the nearby past? What is the present? And what will we like and expect for the future? Okay?
Okay.
So I was very, very lucky to be born in this time in Germany, because when I was a young student at university, I was studying medicine in Berlin. I already had the opportunity in the age of 26 years, that was 86, to start with homeopathy, not at the university, but beside. And my first repertory was the Kent repertory. It came from India. So thank you very much to India, because you provided us with all the information in the beginning. In Germany, it was a very special time. It was a time of pioneers. And medical students, medical doctors became very much interested. It was a time where George Gisulka from Greece and other colleagues came to our country giving seminars. Also, Professor Fakir from Mumbai came to give seminars. And we had very, very special time. We had big groups, big seminars, about 10, 20 years. And I got an education of 4 years besides the university. And all people of my group became medical doctors and are still practicing homeopathy and became homeopathic doctors, I wanted to say. So we faced a very, very special time. And well, of course, we had a lot of teaching. Our government, after some time, acknowledged homeopathy to be legal, and it's a specialization in Germany for medical doctors. And for this, we had a clear curriculum, many hours of training, and everything was getting better and better. And we also had studies. A very big study in Berlin in 2004, an outcome study of about 3,000 people who went very well by homeopathy. And because of that, the government and the health insurances started to pay homeopathy for everybody. It was a bit aligned with Switzerland. We talked about Switzerland last time. They also had very good studies. So we were in a very, very good position. And I was very lucky to work in a hospital with homeopathy. It was in that time the only hospital in Germany. And we had severe patients with severe skin conditions and allergic problems. And one thing I'm happy to treat skin conditions is because you can see very well the effects of homeopathy. What I like very much in the way of treating skin conditions are LM potencies. And in the hospital, we could give them every day. We could observe every day where the improvement. And also for people who don't know homeopathy very well, if they have skin problems and allergic eczema, the children, the families will come for homeopathic treatment. So in that form, we have a very good situation. And so let's talk about the presence. At the moment, in the last year, we had to feel a strong adverse action against homeopathy. In the beginning, we said it's a bit strange, but later you could see it seemed to be well organized. and very well organized also in the medias. So they started to give information that homeopathy is not working, it's only placebo, there are no studies, it's dangerous, like this, and always repeating the same wrong things. And people got a bit impressed by this. And at the moment, I can say we have a situation where there's not so much interest in the next generations of medical students and doctors to be trained in homeopathy. So what I feel, or what's my idea, we had a very good time in Germany, like a wave. And now we are on the other part of that wave. But that does not mean that everything is declining only. And if we look to the past, it's my idea that there have always been waves in homeopathy. Also, a big beginning in Germany. Later, it went to United States. James Taylor Kent, United States. They had many hospitals. And from one moment nearly to the other, there was seen a decline. But it came back in the next generations. So what I feel is very important, as the work you are doing now also, to have networks. We are a big homeopathic family. And in the moment, we in Europe, we feel more safe because you people in India are existing. And we know yet that you still have young people, young medical doctors who are interested to study homeopathy. And we also know you are treating in hospitals and severe cases. Okay, so what will I expect for the future? The main issue is always they say homeopathy is placebo and they don't have studies, and that is not wrong. We have many studies, and we have fundamental studies, in vitro studies. I like very much the studies on plants. I don't know whether you know Dr. Stefan Baumgartner. He's from Germany. He is investigating the action of homeopathic remedies on plants, which is very beautiful. And we have a lot of outcome studies. And about 8 years ago, I collected studies to give them to the Portuguese colleagues. And I saw many good studies from India. You are doing a very good work. Also many good studies from Brazil. So I feel we should go on with the studies. At the same time, as homeopathic colleagues, we know that these normal scientific studies don't fit very well our homeopathic system, because we are working in a different way. We are working with energetic medicines. There is a different way to treat. But my proposition is to go on with good teaching, to have good studies, and in the same time, perhaps, we never know, perhaps in the next 10, 20, 30 years, science will develop, and perhaps they will find out other scientific dimensions, and from one day to the other, homeopathy could be explained without problem. Because we as colleagues, we know it is working. And I also can say something very clear of Germany. Our patients are not affected. We still have a lot of patients in our clinics. People are interested, people like homeopathy, no matter what the medias are saying at the moment. So I would like, I don't know whether I have more time, but I would, if you ask me what will be the future and what is the future of our homeopathic family, I would say, I would like to tell you a little anecdote. There was a wise man, and he was asked, how is the way to create great things? So he said, okay, that is a good question. And we want to create great things, isn't that? So he said, okay, first of all, courage created many great things in mankind. Courage. But the greater force is love. Love is creating even more bigger things in mankind. But there's one power which is even more working, and this is patience. So I would like that we work with courage, with love, and with patience.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. So you say we need the love and patience.
Yes.
Right. Okay, now we have a discussion. The last 30 minutes is devoted for the discussion. So I hope you will be there throughout the session. So now I request Dr. Samina Arif from Bangladesh, who is an associate professor and vice principal of the Federal Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Dhaka, Bangladesh. And she has an educational qualifications of BPharm, MPharm, MBA, DHMS, PDT. She is also the vice president of the Bangladesh Manopathikar Commission and the World Federation of Homeopathic Bangladesh Secretary. And she is secretary of the Homeo Darpan magazine also. I invite Dr. Sabina Arif to our platform to give her a 10-minute lecture on what we can do to make homeopathy go from the second position to the first position.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all homeopathy doctors, students, and homeopathic lovers. Accept my greetings. According to the World Health Organization, as the second most practiced alternative form of medicine in the world, millions of people around the world consult homeopaths. Currently, homeopathy has been integrated into the national healthcare systems of many countries, including India, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and the United Kingdom. Around the world, more than 300 million people in at least 70 countries use homeopathy either alone or in contribution with over care to treat themselves. Homeopathy is the latest invention in the science of medicine. Homeopathic medicine has good efficacy and safety and also has no adverse reaction on human body. Homeopathy treatment is readily available and cheap. But if we want to achieve the first position or the best one, I have some views I want to sharing with you. I think science subjects should be given preference in homeopathy. Many talented, skilled, and hardworking people have to come forward. I think research in homeopathy and modern hospital where many countries are still lagging behind. Government patronage is certainly needed. At the same time, rich people should come forward with an attitude of service of nation. It is very important in every nation. Highly qualified medical and pre-medical personnel need to come forward. Homeopathic education system should be modernized. Doctors needs a lot more international training. Educational knowledge and experience should be shared among doctors from different countries. Must be more must be more vocal in making homeopathic pharmaceuticals and must have good knowledge about GMP, CGMP, and manufacturing process. Every hospital should have a department of allopathy as well as homeopathy. We need look at the public and private employment of homeopathic doctors. In addition, all homeopaths in the world have to stand one platform and work for homeopathy. I think international promoting for homeopathy will be able to play important role in the development of homeopathy in your future. Thanks for your patient sharing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sabina Arif. You have a very clear-cut idea of the future of homeopathy and how to develop it. In your one by one, you have highlighted this. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. We hope that you will be in this forum for another 30 minutes also, because some of the doctors maybe want to ask you some questions. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. Sampath Rao, my friend and former principal of and professor of head department of pediatrics in HKES Malar Kadi Homeopathic Medical College, Gulbarga, Karnataka, and he is a former member of the Central Council of Homeopathy and former Senate member of the Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, and former faculty member of the University of Health Sciences, Trichur, and the president of the Homeopathic Medical Association of Telangana, India, and recipient of Hanuman Gold Medal by Department of Ayush, Government of Karnataka, Best Teacher Award by Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Homeo Acharya Award, Karnataka Qualified Homeopathic Medical Doctors Association. And I welcome Dr. Sampath Rao to our platform. Come on, doctor. Please unmute Dr. Sampath Rao.
Please unmute from your side, doctor.
Okay. Good evening. The host, the co-panelists, and for all the participants, warm greetings. So coming to the question of why homeopathy is having the second, not the first. So there are three issues or 3 points that they come to my mind. Number one is, so from the time of the Hanuman Kent Boning Hassan, so we have not focused on, as the world is developing and the allopathy is using all the latest technologies and the changes that are taking place in the bodies in the form of the microbes, in the form of the antibodies, in the form of the biochemical changes, and they are making everybody to believe that. So evidence-based medicine is the right medicine. And probably we are not focusing on that aspect. Though at our individual level, at the colleges, we could able to treat many patients with our potential medicines. But what the so-called scientific world, what it is asking for is evidence-based medicine. So after giving our medicine, though the patient is getting relief, what is happening? What are the changes that are taking place in the tissues? What are the changes that are taking place at the biochemical level? So at the microbes level, at the antibodies level. So we are probably not focusing our attention towards this. And all the regulatory bodies, so which are going to give the opinion to the respective governments to frame the policies and also to promote. So they want the evidence-based medicine. So we should learn the language of the evidence-based medicine, and we should learn the language of the research protocols, whatever that is being designed by the allopathic doctors, and with the minor changes homeopathically. thereby, so by producing this evidence-based medicine, we can convince the research bodies, which are in turn going to give you impetus help, recommend our efficacy of our medicines to the respective governments, and thereby, so the financial support and the policy support we are going to get. So in our curriculum, so we should introduce this research protocols and teach our students, and we should encourage our youngsters to learn these things, and so that we can also show the results. So here, let me refer one of our young scientists, Dr. Rajesh Shah, so who has prepared COVID-19 medicine. Okay, that is the nosode, and he has followed all the protocols. He has taken the permission from the Government of India, and he has followed all the protocols, and it is at the place of he has completed even the what is that the second stage studies he has completed. It is at the third stage study. So for the third stage study, what he requires is the medicine prepared medicine. It is required. So for that, the file is lying with the Government of India. So we have no voice that is lying in the Government of India since last 2 months. We have no voice. So we are small in number. Though we are small in number, so we are not united, and we are not fighting for the right cause. So we should get united. This is another problem what we have. And also the government bodies, the research regulatory bodies or the government bodies, they are having a stepmotherly attitude towards the homeopathy. This is one of the reason for our not getting progressed. So this also can be fought if we are united. Instead of having many platforms, we should come together, and we should fight so that we can come to the #1 position. So to conclude, #1 is whatever the language the allopathic doctors are speaking, I mean the evidence-based medicine, the changes in the cellular level, changes, biochemical changes, changes at the level of the antibodies. So instead of telling, we have given the preventive medicine, and we could able to, produce the very good results. So no doubt, there must be some reason for getting those very good results. So if we go little behind that, so what are the antibodies that are being produced? So if we take the pains to take a paradigm shift, so some results we will be getting, and thereby we can progress further. So we should include the research protocols of government bodies in our curriculum, and we should teach, and we should encourage the young scientists. And secondly, we have to fight the stepmotherly attitude of the governments. Thirdly, so though we are small in number, but number doesn't matter. So we should come in one platform at least for the cause of the homeopathy, and we should fight for our rights. So these are the 3 points which I wanted to focus. Thank you.